happy friends, Nana Kay here with Nana Kay Designs and the Altered Book Nook. Find Altered Book Nook on Etsy. NanaKayDesigns.com is our newest website. We hope you'll visit us there. We offer the greatest amount of discount on our products on this one here because we don't have so many fees as we do on Etsy. However, you can find us either at NanaKayDesigns.com or on Etsy. Find us under the Altered Book Nook. We have removed a lot of our product for right now, and we are revamping a lot of it, so everything looks a little sparse right now, but we're going to get the dolls back up, and we're getting ready to put our Christmas designs up. Yes, it's already almost that time. Isn't that kind of frightening? But anyway, we're going to try to continue. This is still Monday. We've already done one video, an hour long, on prepping some of this book. We're going to continue with the part 2 of the prepping series. I would reiterate that with the way I do all the books, there's 2 prepping processes. The first prepping process is breaking the book down and removing pages and trying to decide what's going to be pockets and what's going to be pages. We've done that already. Then the second part is deciding what kit we're going to use in that and getting the base pages down, and that's what we're working on now. We're getting the base pages before we do any kind of major internal decorating. Besides this particular step, then we will actually come in and work on fixing the tags, prepping the tags and the journals for the journal and things of that nature. So let's get this show on the road and try to get this second part of the prep work finalized. We were right here. We just got through doing this page. I've gone in and stitched the side. I didn't forget the stitching this time. I did get the stitching done on this one. All right, the next page is this one here. And it's just a simply just designed, putting a background page on what is going to be a pocket page. And I've already picked out the designs and all, so you'll see a lot of stuff paper clipped. That's what we've done. All right, so we're going to get this one glued on. It's going to be a simple step. There will be some excess hang that we'll have to trim, but for right now, I'm just going to come in on the book itself and do this right here. Just go ahead and glue this page down. Got to be careful. I just got a little bit of glue on this background page, but we'll just take it and wipe it off. And I want this one glued down completely, so I just put a little excess glue across there. Okay, so now, again, I'm working with berry glue. It's fast drying, so I have to be very quick at doing this. I'm going to work from the back area because I want to leave a little bit of space back there so that when I fold the book, I'm not crinkling up at the edge. And I may have to add more glue, but then I'm going to come down and just kind of make sure this is kind of crooked, I guess. It looks like it might be. Because we're not getting anything at the top of there. Not like that. Okay, got a little bit up there. Okay. Now, as you notice on this back side, I have some hangover. So I am going to come in and go ahead and trim that off with my scissors. Trying not to cut the book page, and I think I might have cut a little bit at the beginning, so my book page is liable to come out a little bit lopsided. Let me see how much I just cut off. I think I did. Yeah, I cut a little bit off, and you may not think that that little bit's going to make a difference, but it is going to make a difference in the book. So I am actually going to have to flip this over, but this is what you do. This is part of the process. You keep things straightened out. You look along this edge here and get it as straight as you can, and you see, if you'll see right here, you can see a little bit of where it's a little bit shorter here than here. So we're just going to straighten it out. It won't take but a little bit of a sliver to straighten it out, but unfortunately, I'm just really picky that way, and I cannot help myself. And I'm not going to, at my age, I'm not going to apologize and try to change it, because that's how I am. And see, it wasn't much. And unfortunately, there again, we just had another happy little accident. The page was still wet. So the blade has whacked it all to pieces. I'm going to have to pop some of this blade off. I've been telling myself that for a few hours, and now I definitely got to get it done because it just messed up. When you pop blades off like this, guys, I don't throw them in the garbage like that, exactly like that. I honestly am afraid my husband's going to stick his hand in it or something. I actually take the blade and I glue it inside of a piece of paper like this, and then I throw it in the garbage so my husband won't get his hand cut on it. Just a little safety measure I do. Another one in case quirks. Alright, well, so we got to fix this. I just messed my edge up because I didn't give my paper time to dry. And these books are soft. The pages are soft when you start out. So, I'm going to come in and retrim again. This time I'm going to try to start in the middle a little. Going that way first so that I don't get that drag line. And I hope I just made it. Yep, got it done. See, happy little accident. Alright, we got that out of the way. Excuse the lawnmower. My husband is actually mowing the yard and coming right up against the shop here. I apologize. But like I said in the last video, our everyday life goes on even though we have things, even though we're doing things here. Okay, next thing. For right now, we're just going to leave that. I'm not going to go stitch this yet because I want to get the back pocket done on this page. And what you see me doing here is just trim it out. Alright, now, next page. I've got it laid out. I've already cut. This is a pocket. Let's pull these pieces off so you can see. This is what the base pocket looks like. And I've already wrapped the writing down in with the coffee dyed paper so that we can't see so much of the writing when we open the pocket. I've already sliced this piece down to the size that I need it so that it slides in and we can actually join it right up here like this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and glue this paste down. Let's get this behind us. Again, I do apologize about lawnmower, but I can't help it. It's midsummer and it's like we've had so much rain, we're almost having to mow twice a week. Okay, we have to move quickly doing this right here, trying so that the glue won't dry on me. I'm going to move it right back up to that edge again, press down, and that's got it where you can see a little bit in the pocket. Now I'm going to close this pocket back up because I guess I tore it trying to make sure that was tight in there and made a mess right there. That's back down. Alright, now the other thing is I just got some loose clip art that I had cut out of a page. Did you see? Lawnmower's coming back. You just bear. I'm not going to talk while he's riding up through here. I'm not sure I can override him. Yeah, I can hear. I see it bouncing on my microphone, so I just overlooked the lawnmower, please. I really apologize, but I'm going on with this. Okay, we're going to put this sheet here. I have pre-prepped it again. This is something I did on Sunday when my little grandson was here. I went ahead and pre-prepped some of these pages so we could work quickly when we were putting this part together. I wanted a background because I'm just using clip art here. So we're going to go ahead and glue this piece down. Now if you want, just to give it a little extra, just a little extra something, when you're doing pieces like this, you can just go ahead and just slightly ink. Doesn't have to be a lot. And just a little bit, believe it or not, just a tiny bit will make it stand out. Okay, so I've inked that. We're going to put it on. Try to make it balanced so that it's not all the way. A little bit of white showing at the top and on the side, but it's very little. Then I'm going to come into this pocket again and do this. Just along that edge, okay? I'm going to go back and ink the other side too now. Now that I've got this glued down, I'm going to go back and ink that other side. I did not ink it a while ago. Okay? It's almost ready to go stitch, but you see that's why I didn't go stitch it, because I can save myself just a little bit of time by doing one set of stitching across both of these. Okay? But we're going to finish the pocket first. Okay, I'll recut these to go on this design. I think I did it so it would fit this way. I'm going to have to come back and glue this too. I didn't get a good tight fit. And the way I do that, when I don't get a good tight edge like that, is I just turn the book around. And this is a narrow book, not as thick a book as I normally have, so it's a little easier to do this way. But I did put the glue underneath now and just come back again. And come down here and press it. Now I got a good seal there. Yep, that looks nice now. Now we're going to go with the graphics. Got to go back in and see what goes where. I think this one goes at the top, or did we want it this way? I think I like it better edged out this way. But that one's at the top, this one's at the bottom. So right along the edge. And again, where this is hanging over the side of the book, just make sure you got enough glue on that, right on that edge. It's a little kind of roll. You get into the back of the book, so you get a little bit of roll here in the pages. Same thing here. I'm going to go ahead and put the glue right there so you can see. It really needs to go on that edge good. And then along the rest of it. Press up. Looks like I might be able to cut a little off. There we go. Okay. And now we're going to come in with this bird, and I think I'm going to actually, on this piece of clip art, just kind of do some of the blue, the pond, and then just along these edges, and maybe up here in the sky a little. Okay? That's up to you. How much inking you do, it's really a preference. Okay, and then I'm going to put my bird. Alright, there's two options here. I can slide him slightly underneath the clip art here, if I wanted to. And put a little tag of some sort, but I think we're going to go with just him in the center of this pocket. The decorative element. No tug or anything. It's just a decorative element on this pocket page. And again, it's just as pretty this way, but because I'm not looking at the book that way, I am turning all the vertical so that it looks... To me, it just looks balanced that way. But there's that pocket now. We'll have some things going in the side. So that pocket is done. Let all that dry a few minutes. While I go stitch, I'm gonna feel it and make sure we're kind of dry, because I don't want my sewing machine to get, my needle to get glue on it. So I think it's ready. Give me just a minute, and I'll be right back after stitching this page. Okay, I'm back. Got that done. I'm going to trim it off now. Got a couple of overhangs here. Okay. Now, if you do a lot of stitching, if you're a stitcher, you notice a lot of white space in here. I do a lot of times come back with my finger or my bone folder, one or the other. I have a smaller one, but I press that thread back down, and I just try to close up those gaps. A lot of times they don't close like I want them, so then I'll take that right there, and just go over the top of it. And a lot of times they'll do the same thing. It's the same thing I noticed there too. I noticed a lot of white, so I'm just going to take and don't press down, because all you're trying to do is catch that white to stick it up, and that brings out the stitch a little better. Just a little technique I have learned to do. Okay, so we got that one done, pocket done. I want to do a little more inking in here. Too much white for me. A little more. But these are things you'll touch up as you're going along too. I got a little glue here. Remember the glue trick I told you? When you got a little glue in places you don't really want it. Just a light race. Especially if you can get it right before it really gets good and hard. You want to come in here and do this. Okay, got that taken care of. I'm seeing some really jagged threads. You can't see them, but I don't want them to pull through, so I'm going to, right on that corner, I'm going to put some glue, and then I'm going to trim it one more time. The glue will possibly close the holes up so that the thread won't ravel. There we go. Got that. Alright, just little tricks now in case trying to show you guys when you're doing things. Alright, now we're going to the next group. Let's see what we're looking at. Okay, again, we are looking at a flap fold here. Or a glue, this is a glue flap. And we've got two designs again. Let's see what I wanted, yeah. Two designs again. So we're going to have this page go onto it, and this page is going to go on the back, this, and this. Alright, so let's set the book aside again, and let's work on just the two pages we're going to work on first. We're going to glue them together at the top, because they're going to go on this way. So we're going to glue them on the top. So, what we're going to do is come to this first edge here. And I can tell that this paper is not cut out real straight, so I think I did scissor cut these. So we may have to clean them up with the blade a little bit. The blade really cleans up these edges. But first of all, we're going to get it glued on first. Top, bottom, sides, make sure everything's kind of working out in order like we want it. I am going to take off just a sliver, guys, just a sliver off this edge. So we're going to get it straight along this side here, and right here I'm going to line it up and with this line. It's going to be very little, and it's wet, so I got to try to be careful with this blade and not do what I did a while ago and rag it out my edges too bad. But as you see, it's just a slight sliver. That's all I took off. But I know you can't imagine it, but that can make the biggest difference in the way your book looks. So we pulled that off. And I think I've got a nice straight edge there now. Alright, so now we've got that nice straight edge. What we have to come in here now to determine where this book has to be cut. So again, remember we measured the prior page, the page in front, which will be this page. We want these edges to be cut right at that same spot. So that much comes off that. And look at your design too. If your design on both sides can afford to have all of it taken off one edge you can, but on this side it could. On this side we could actually take all that off and it wouldn't matter, but it's going to cut into this side really bad. So we are going to have to balance it out this way so that we're not taking so much off of either end. So a little bit off this end and a little bit off this end. But there's my 2 cut marks. Okay, we actually straightened that edge, so what I want to do, that's the edge I want to use to measure by, so that I know that I've got a nice straight edge here. There's my cut line. Cut that piece off, nice and straight. This is the cut line again. I'm going to I still want to go by that edge, so I'm going to line it up here and get it right on there. Make sure this is lined up along that edge. Okay, we're going to take this side off. Now it looks like I'm cutting too deep. No, that's right, that's correct. This is another little piece of something on there that's, I guess, part of the design. Look like I have 2 lines there, but anyway, there we go. I am going to save that little piece. There is like little places that I can actually use that, believe it or not. Okay, so I think we're straight. Now here comes the big test when you're putting the base back onto the glue strip. Make sure you're right. Line it up, and I think we're as close as you could possibly ask to get. So here we go. We're going to glue the first strip. Remember, you want to leave just a little bit of that gap in there. A little gap right here. I'm so glad to hear that lawnmower cut off. I don't know what to do. Okay, now let's get it back on, get our page back on. I don't want to lay it down till I'm about where I want to be lined up at. Okay, just a little bit of white space showing in that in the gutter there. Okay, and I think we're pretty even. Let's look, we even. How are we when we turn it? We're still even. Okay, that looks good. So we're going to glue this side and on the inside. On the edge, down this edge, we want good glue. I'm going to finish getting it all down into that. Definitely want to get it on the glue strip outside here. Leaving a little bit of gully here. Okay, again, we're going to roll the book back. We're going to flip the page over and try to lay it as flat as we can on our board. And we're going to press and press. We want the glue to spread out, smooth out. No lumps, no bumps. We want nice, smooth pages here. Okay, we've got that done. And I messed up right there. You see how that rolled? But that's okay. We're going to unroll it. Just as slightly with your fingers, just to be gentle, because that glue was really wet right there. And I fixed it. Happy little accident. We fixed it. Sometimes it don't feel like a happy little accident, Bob Ross, I hate to tell you. But that's okay. We got it. Okay, press down. Let's roll them over the edge like that. Alright, so next step, let it dry just a few minutes, but we've got to go back and stitch this side here. So we're going to move on for a minute. But we will go and machine stitch that in just a minute so that we can keep everything uniform. All right, this next page, let's see. We're going to have to roll this over and get down in this gully here because let's see when my pages are rolling just a little bit below the coffee stain paper. There we go. Okay. Yep, got it rolled. Got it down. All right, look back up. All right, this looks like, okay, what this is where I have pre-prepped a large page pocket. This is the page pocket where the whole page, this makes a whole pocket on the inside. These are the two designs I have cut out for that page. Okay. So what we're going to do first, all right, this helps me show you. This little area here shows you where the pages were pulled out. A lot of times I come in to this and I just neatly pull out a little bit here, and I neatly pull out a little bit here. I don't want to pull much out because, like I say, we really want this spine to stay intact where the old book was printed, okay? So, we're not going to do anything else in the inside here simply because we have already lined it a little bit with coffee stain paper. But I do want to come in the center here, measure it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and the middle way, the 7th one, is the center point on this page. And I am going to do our beautiful little thumb. You know what? I'm going to save myself some time. We're going to glue our paper down first. Then I'm going to punch but once. Alright. So that's the design we decided we were going to use on that page. It's already pre-fitted. If it wasn't, we would have spent some time sitting here cutting to get it pre-fitted. But I did all this yesterday. So it really does pay when you're sitting down to put the book together, that you actually have everything cut and prepped. It does make the time go by a whole lot faster. And makes this pre-prepping process a whole lot faster where you can get to the fun stuff. And the fun stuff I'm calling would be the flip outs we're going to do, pocket flips, window pockets, all the things that we're going to add to the pages of this book. Okay, now I've got that side done. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Before I punch, I'm going to punch all of them at one time. Now, you skip those two because we're going to glue them together. My next page, I chose this pretty lace background. Okay. Line it up. We got a little bit at the bottom, a little bit at the top. All over that edge. Okay. Roll the book back a little bit and press. And I'm seeing again a little bit of a gap. There we go. Got that down like it should. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to set it up first, like this. Pull it up. I'm going to press my pages a little bit. Split out a little, so straighten it up in a minute. Okay, let's see what we're looking like here. Yeah, we got too much gap there. Again, the glue. The edge. Down. Okay, let's look at the page, make sure we glue it, it's going to glue right. Seeing something that doesn't look quite right on that edge. We're going to glue it first. Okay, next step, we're going to glue the pocket down, which only has to be done along these two sides. You do not have to glue that bottom, and you're probably much better off not gluing that bottom line. That way it gives you a little giveaway, a little give there. You don't, because as you turn your pockets, it actually, the fold actually changes. So we're going to let this have plenty of time to do this. Now, you see a goof I just did? We're going to have to pop this off real quick, because this page and this page has got to be stitched. But we can't stitch these together because it's a pocket, so we're going to run to the machine real quick and go ahead and stitch this other page that we didn't do, and this one. Be right back, then we'll glue the pocket together. Okay, I'm back. That didn't take long, but that like to have been a goof. But there again, we could, excuse me, we could have used stitchings if we'd had to. But I prefer to do it this way if I can remember to do it and not have to do that. Alright, so pages towards the back are getting a little stiff on me from all the glue on these edges, but we're going to get to it. Alright, we stitched these, so now we can trim off the excess thread and glue these pockets together now. So glad I saw that and didn't glue it up down before we got this stitching done. And then we're going to do our punch of our thumb notches. Get that done. Okay, so let's try this again. Glue down this edge here. Close. Glue down this edge here. Close. I like to really press my edges together because, you know, these pockets are opened a lot. So, alright, so that's got that. Got a little bulk there. I'm going to straighten that out a little bit. And if I don't get this to lay out like I want it, I'm going to pull it back up a little bit. Okay, do it again. You don't want the pocket to be gapping open. You want it to be visible so you know how to do it, but you don't want it gapping open. Alright, there that is. That needs to dry. Okay, we've got a little bit of edge here that I want to trim off some, so we're going to go with top of the book right there. Okay. Got that trimmed. Looks nice. Okay. And I'm seeing a little bit of excess I don't really like here. It's rough. So what I'm going to do on this, I think I'm going to wait till everything dries. And I may just, well, we might just try this. That'll work. That worked. That got it. Okay, that smoothed it out the way I like it. Alright. Now, we're going to go in and put our thumb notch in now. Now we can measure it. Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit there. I got to trim it, guys. I'm sorry. Some things just bug me, and that's bugging me. It's not much. You're going to see when I cut it, it's very little. Just a slight, tiny shaving. Not even really a sliver, just a shaving, but that got what I wanted off. Alright, and we're going to measure it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's the center right here. This is where we want our thumb punch. Done. Hope my punch will go through both sides. If not, we'll split it up. But I'm hoping I can punch it right there. Again, guys, if you've got punches like mine, there's a line here, a line here, just a little gap. I center my pencil mark in the middle of that. And there's my thumb gap. That worked out well. So now we have another large pocket in the book, ready to just put some beautiful stuff in. And we'll figure out what's going to go there in a little while. Because we are coming to the end of the prep. Okay. I'm doing a little bit of inking. Again, I'm using the Salty Ocean Distress Oxide to match this color. And if anybody anybody's the one who said wants a thread that matches, if you need to know a color, you can contact me through the contacts below, and I will give you the color number thread I use. I get my thread from Walmart. Alright, now we are ready to proceed with another flap. And this time, I have not laid out anything, guys. So the last few pages of this book, and I am determined we're going to do it on this video, if at all possible. I want to choose something that looks nice. Now this part bench here looks nice because it's got white in it. We haven't used the pearls, and they're pretty. But I think I want something with some scenery in it here. Oh, this one's really pretty too, because it's a lot of white. That kind of stands out. I think that's what I'm going with on that one. One of the frame pieces, okay? Since the white and the white, that really goes good together, okay? Now, what are we going to do on the next page, and what are we going to do here? So we have an idea. So what we need on this one, if we're actually going to do a design on this side, and we've got a few left. Have we done this beach at all? No, let's do some beachy scene here, right here towards the end. Summer vacation, we need a beach scene. So we're going to do that one there. So that's our two that we're going to do now. So we're going to put these two on the flap. Alright, so we're going to have to trim these down and get them ready. A lot of difference on these two, so I need to see. It's this one I need to trim down, but this one needs to really trim down right here. So let's get it on here. I'm going to bring a 1/4 inch off. I hope I'm not cutting too much off. We'll know in a minute, though. Yeah, we are cutting too much because we're getting way into the line. So let's slide it over just a little bit. Staying on this line is my line that I'm trying to just keep. Because I know the top and bottom are straight. Well, I feel they're pretty straight. Let's go with this one. Pull that off. All right. And that got them about the same. Okay, so now we have to decide. Pull a little more off this side too. Let's pull a little bit off this from the bottom. I can afford to lose some of the design at the bottom, I think. Okay? Just a tiny bit. More than a sliver, but not a lot. Little more than a sliver on that one. Okay? And we're about the same now. Okay. What we're going to do now is side on this. We want it to come up about there. That's going to be my top. So if that's my top, then we need to match these two sides right here together. Again, guys, I have to remember the technique. You should be getting the hang of it now with the glue flaps. You want to glue the top two pieces together. Get them as balanced as you possibly can. You prefer no white showing unless they're just not cut evenly, and then you may have to trim them out a little. And I just slid that one with my fingers too tight. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now we're going to come right back in here and we're going to trim out again. We got that trimmed. I think we're trimmed all the way around. We got a little tiny bit over here. Again, guys, this is just a process. It seems a little bit tedious, I know. But it's just the process we have to go through to get everything where it's going to be balanced and look aesthetically good on the book. See, you didn't see all this before because I had prepped all these on Sunday before. We're going to do a little bit more of it online now or on video so you can actually see the prep work of getting these pages prepared to go in that book. Okay? You know what? I'm promising y'all to keep my desk a little neater so it's not so distracting. So let's pull that over. Alright, I think we're close to where we probably need to be. We may have to trim just a tiny bit more. Okay, and I'm going to decide if I want it from the top or the bottom. And I think we can cut a little bit off the top if we want. And we just won't bother the bottom. We'll go ahead and pat this one into the right area. Take our trusty little pencil and mark out where the actual page is going to be right here. Set the book aside a minute and do one more trim on this, and then we're done trimming out. And we can glue this one down and let it dry a few minutes, and then we'll go sew it after we work on the next page. We're almost done with this second prep on this. And I'm ready to be done with it. I know you guys are. Okay. So there we go. Here, we're ready. All right, so kind of right down that line, leave a little bit of white space showing right in there. Glue the glue strip down. Good, want a good glue strip. Just open it slightly. Get it in place. Okay. I'm going to leave a little bit of white space right there. Now I got to get my glue off because I did get a little bit of glue on that edge. So I'm going to take my finger and keep wiping until I get it where I know it's not sticky. Okay, we're going to flip that page over like that. And we're going to glue the edge here. I think it's easier to glue this edge here so we know where to glue. Glue underneath all this here. All the way around again. All right. I'm going to hold this up. open the book up like so and lay it flat down here like this. And I'm not really pressing down hard here yet. I'm just kind of making sure that we're not bulking and that we've got a smooth line here. Flip it over. Same thing. Hold it up. Press it towards this. Just be careful. I don't want to curl it like I did the other page. Let's see what we got. Let me fall back. And there we go. Alright, so we've got the edge here done. This is done. Now I'm going to roll it back one more time and make sure. And we see we've got a little bit of a gap there. This is the last part of it. You just kind of want to make sure that it's down along where it curls over. The book is starting to roll. So I'm going to roll it too with my fingers. Roll it and then wipe the excess glue out. Make sure that corner's not down good. Good seal there. That's what we want. A nice, good seal. All right. Pretty done, pretty done. This is ready to go to the machine and stitch, so let's work on the next one. The next one is a pocket page, but it's a pocket page going this way. All right? The pocket's on this side instead of this side, like we've been having most of them on this side. So, same thing again. We need to find a, I have trimmed some, so let's see if we've got one trimmed out that we want to use. I don't think I've used the gingham check. Let me look. I'm going to flip through right quick and see if I've used the blue gingham check background. So bear with me, just not use the pink and the green. There's the blue gingham, so let's see if we use the blue polka dot. I really want something kind of whimsical, not so fancy here. We'll use the pink gingham. There's the blue polka dot, so we're not going to use the blue polka dot. Oh, and this is that pickup page. There's a teal polka dot. We haven't used the teal. Okay, we haven't used the teal this, but I'm not thinking that's catching my eye like I want it to, so we're not going with that. Don't think I want pink. Don't think I want pink there. I want more blue lace. I don't really want the white. Okay, decisions. That's where it gets tough. Oh, you know what? We've got a lot of green, and I don't think I used the green. Was it the green plaid or the green dot? We've already used the green plaid. So let's see what the green dot looks like. Aesthetically, it works because we got green here, but for some reason, I don't love it. Let me just look and see what else I've got. I've got one here that has almost a sky look, and I think, even though it's not trimmed and ready to go, I think this is the one I'm going to use because I like this blend that looks like clouds. So, you see, that one's not it. So, oh, wait a minute. We might go with this one. Let's see how much of that she said would hide. Oh, okay, guys. I like that. Okay. That works for me, too. All right. So, we already got it clipped for time's sake. Let's go. We're going to put this one down first because this is your pocket page. And I'm not even going to try to cut it. It's just going to be the whole thing going down. That'll be a whole lot quicker. Remember, we're going to have to sew this to the top of this page, too. So, don't let me forget. We may, and go the video a little bit longer than an hour, and get this book finished. We got one complicated design coming up, so I'm not sure we're going to finish. Okay. Just a little bit standing out. Okay, all the way around. I got that down. Now, I'm going to look at my clip art and decide If I have anything, I've got strips back here somewhere. Let's see if I got a strip wide enough. I don't. But I have clip art. I have another herring, but he's going to be too big because his little bill will poke out over that. I have a wildflower, look there. I have a park bench. I don't really want that. That doesn't really look like it matches the beach scene. What I'm trying to do now is go through the clip art I've already cut and see if I can get something that's going to go with what we already have. The wildflowers, I don't think I have anything that's going to match that in the clip art. The herring is really the closest thing. But I don't think herrings are on a beach. And I know you probably say, well, that doesn't matter. So, this is the process, and I'm sorry, it's just a process I'm going through here. Okay, let's take pages that we've already got. I've got them as pockets on that side. Alright, I've got this, and I haven't used it, and I could thin it down and use that for the top of the pocket. See how that aesthetically looks to me. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. But then we've got the pearl, and I really like that. Yes. Because this flower sort of matches that flower. That's the one we're going with. Okay? See, that's what I'm talking about. You just sometimes have to just go with it and just do it. Because you don't really, just measure and change and look around, and you can't always grab the first thing you see. And cut it in half is exactly the size we need. So we're not going to have to do a lot of graphic cutouts for this particular one. So let's lay it down on the thing, and let's get this line here lined up with this line here. I'm trying not to get my head in the thing, guys. Okay, lay this right here and right here. Okay. This looks nice for the pocket. I've got a little bit of white on this edge. We are going to trim off. And we need to trim a little bit of the top off. So I need to take about a 1/4 inch or less off this top. Right here. That's not the straight edge. So got to be careful here. That was not a straight edge. This is my straight edge. And I'm going to take about a 1/4 off. I can't hardly cut backwards like this, but we're going to try this go round. We did it. Okay, make sure we got the right height now. Yep. Alright, there's a little bit of a white space or a white line on this edge. I'm not quite thrilled with. So we're going to take that off. Don't want to take much off because we've got just about the size I wanted. So really don't want to take much off. You don't want to be moving aside. So just that little sliver there. And we are going to have this pocket almost done, guys, in just a few seconds. Alright, let's glue it down. If it needs any additional trim work, we'll get to it. Okay. Where I can see it good. And I have to keep adjusting my glasses. I apologize. Okay. we're in good shape there. Oh yeah, that really turned out pretty. It really blends well with this one. That's what we were after. Again, it's not glued good right here. I'm going to go one more time, and I have to take my finger and kind of make sure the glue's off, and then just kind of roll it along the edge. And like I say, I use my fingernails a lot to press down things. I'm good as long as the fingernail polish don't start coming off onto my work. Alright, so that rolled over on that page like it was supposed to. Alright, so that's that. Now, I'm going to check something, and I didn't do it. Okay, on this one, I'm going back a page. It was 7 inches. So 1, 2, that's number 3, 1, 2, 3, middle way. I need to put a thumb, little thumb knots there at 3.5 on that one. So I'm going back and checking all my pockets to make sure I got little thumb latches in them, guys, because I forgot to do it. It's not a big one, but it's going to have one right there. Let's see if I got one further back. I don't need one on that corner pocket. I got one on that large one. Okay. Right here's one. So, same thing. We need to put a little thumb latch. That's just me. You doesn't have to have it if you don't want it. But I like it because for me it is a pocket indicator. So that when I am designing my cards and all, I can easily look and say, okay, I've got this pocket, and this pocket. It's got to have something. So another thumb latch there to show the pocket. I just didn't do any of them, did I? That's okay. Hey, that's okay. It's part of the process. I know y'all going to slap me if I say this is part of the process one more time, but I'll probably say it 100 more times, so I just have to apologize and say I will probably say it more. Alright. That's done, and I think that's all the side pockets. I don't think I want one on either one of those. And that's it. So we've got to go back to the last one we just did. Get our thumb pressed, then we're going to glue it down. See, catching up, that didn't take that much time. All right. Now I am gluing the sides down. Again, I do not suggest, I absolutely do not suggest that you glue the bottom. There's no need to, and it will cause bulk up if you do. So I just really suggest you do not glue beyond right here. Okay. That's glue. Let that dry. We need to go back and do a stitch here and a stitch here. And when we finish doing this one, we will have to do a stitch here. So right now, I'm getting ready to do a little different design than what you've seen in this book. What it is I've got a triangle pocket, which we've already done one, but I'm doing a face-to-face triangle pocket. So each one of these pages is going to have, so you'll have 4 journal cards or 4 tags sitting when you open this part of the book. Alright, so, and I think what we're going to do, we got so many papers left over, we're going to decide if we're going to do just I think we're going to do a basic background back there. Looking at what we've already got, like I said, we have not used this little guy. And technically, because we're kind of matching these two pages, we really probably need to keep things kind of similar here and here. So I'm just experimenting right now, guys, like I do a lot. And because it's a joining page, I've already used the purl, but I've already used that. So I'm thinking that's not going to work for that. That might. All right, let's do it this way and just look and see what we end up with if we fold this one here, and approximately here. What are we going to look like on this page? Well, looks good. Okay, so we're going to go with the butterflies there with that background. Because this has got green in it, that really kind of works out well. And now we have to decide, what are we going to do? We still have not done our park bench. We still haven't done the park bench. So that's the only one with a lot. Oh, we haven't done the fountain either. Are we going to lose the fountain if we put it on that page? Let me see what we're going to lose. What we're going to lose. I don't like that. I think I'm going to go with the park bench. I don't like the lines there either showing. Okay, all right. I think this is what we're going to go with, the next other purl design. We don't have anything in the green, so I might want to change these two colors here. These two backgrounds, I might want to change to something lighter. I'm going to get 2 pages out of this. Alright, so first of all, I'm not sure. I get 2 5/7 out of this. So let's just fold this in half. This way. This way. This way. My little grandson says, this way. We ride golf carts in our yard, and he'll say, this way, this way. He has a mind of his own and where he wants to go. Alright, I'm going to swap, guys. I'm going to swap my backgrounds. Instead of the green, I'm going to go with this blue to blend with those blues that we're getting ready to put on the pockets. And I may even go a step further on the pockets and just do the same thing again with them. And then decorate them up. I've got to think about that for a minute while we're getting the base down, which is the base page right here. I'm going to think about whether I want to actually lay a piece of completed page down on it, or if I want to lay a graphic design on it, which would be just as pretty, really, to put a solid and put some kind of graphic. And I have a lot of little pieces I could actually decorate with it. So I'm thinking that may be the route I go. Like, that is really pretty there. And if I've got another pointy one, I don't know if I do. That's always the issue when you're doing this stuff. Of course, we got the park. So I think this is the route we may go. I like that. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do. So, see, I'll change my mind 100 times, guys, in designing, but that's all part of being able to get things to match and blend the way you want them to. All right? So, let's go here and cut just a little bit here. And cut this just a little bit here. I've marked them kind of where I want to cut them. Okay. Am I still in frame? Okay, I had to make sure I look up and see if I was in frame. Yeah, this video has already hit an hour, but I'm determined we're going to go ahead and finish this book. So this is going to be a little bit longer than my normal video, so that the next video we do with this particular book can be actually doing the tag and all prep. So yes, there's another phase 3 prep, and that's prepping the pockets, journal pockets, and tags. So that's the next prep. and piecing it all together. So that was done. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? Let's do it the easy way. Let's just measure it like this. Do the same thing again. I hope they're exactly the same pages. Here and here. Okay. In here. All right, so we're going to glue this in. Leave a little bit of edging for some stain. Leave some edging on this piece so that some stain can, some ink can be inked around it. So that way you're bringing the ink into part of the thing here. Trying to keep everything balanced. Okay. I'm going to go here, like this. Right? This one over, and we're going to get this one down. Now, I am going to leave the lighter blue at the top here, the darker here, and on this page I'm going to go darker blue and lighter blue. Just to give it a, like an eye effect, and just an eye-appealing effect. Kind of makes your eyes move. Sorry, my blue technique right there was not all that well, was it? Okay. And I'm hoping I should have used these birds. Ha! I should have just, goodness, no. I should have just moved them birds out here. Alright, so we got those two pieces down. Now we got to decide here. Like I said, we were going to go with something like this. So we've got to do something here. And what do we want to do there is a question that I have to ask myself. I have this. All that's going to disappear. But if we put that blue in that corner like we got right there, it will bring in this is in this corner here. All right, that's what we're going with. Okay. I don't want to lose my piece of graphic because we definitely want that. Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to open this page and we're going to glue that whole piece of paper on here. Then I'm going to roll it over. And I may have needed to trim it down some more. I may be sorry that I just glued that. Look. Yes, really quickly. I need to come up here and take approximately a 1/4 inch off. I don't want to get too fast with that glue. See, stew just a minute. I'm not going to panic. I'm going to take my time. You can always add the glue back. I have to get this page down to the right size, right? It's still too big, isn't it? Or is it? No. No, it's not. Okay. Get it in this corner. Come on, page. I do not feel like fighting with you. I do not feel like fighting with you here. Yeah, we got a little bit too long. It is too long. Okay. And it's not straight. So, this page here is going to have to be reglued in just a second. You've got to get this page cut down a little bit. It is not straight. And I do not know why, because I could have swore yesterday we cut these correctly, but that's the way it goes sometimes. We just have to go with the flow, don't panic, and just redo it a little bit. I'm going to come right here and get it straight. Oh yeah, that is way crooked. Ah, no wonder that didn't want to work right. I need to practice cutting with my scissors, I believe, because I didn't cut that at all straight. That side's done. It's been underneath. I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, did we get it this time? Aesthetically, let's see. Did we get it this time? Corner, going to flip down. Corner's going to flip down. Are we even here? Are we even here? No, we keep coming across here uneven. I'm not liking that. Okay. Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm not even going to, yeah, I will put it back up. That's what we're going with. Okay, let's just re-glue this again. Okay, we're going to go here, 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 and here. And here, lay flat, lay flat. You don't want to be on that corner. I think this is the worst page I think I've had yet, and I think it's because I know we're really getting on a time level that most people don't want to sit and watch too many long movies, but I got to go on. Okay. Move on here, make sure we can glue this part down. How to get it glued. This is what happens when your fingers get gluey. You get glue particles when you start off. Okay, do this. Remember, we're going to be rolling this page over, so like this. Okay, so we're going to go back in with this where we had done it before. I'm going to press it down, and this is going to get glued right quick. So we want this flap glued down. Glued down. Okay, it's down. Okay, we're going to roll this flap over. Get it glued down where it needs to be. Okay, press it. That's glued down. Okay, now we're going to come up here. Now, I want to make this a double pocket, so I come down straight down the center with glue, and then right there, that edge, right down that edge. That's how I make this pocket. Okay. Now, if you didn't want a division in the pocket, you wouldn't glue down this middle, but I want a division because I want a tag or a card on one side and a tag and a card on the other side. Okay, so that one is down, and it looks like we want it to look. And the other one we were going to do was this park. So we've got to have a background here. And I think we're going to have to go in and just find a piece of the actual background sheet, which I do print a lot of those. It's not this one, but we're going to see what that looks like. No, don't like it, don't like it. That's not the background. And if I can't find it, we're gonna stop this video and continue the rest of it later. Because that's really, honestly, what we need underneath there is the background page. And I don't think I have one. This lighter blue might also work. So let's look at this. This light blue might work, and it will. Now we really need this piece here. This is really the piece we need. So let's look at what we've got available. We have this. No. Okay, we're going to stop, go print another one of these background pages, and I will continue. Okay, I've got that piece printing in the background. I'm making here a little bit, but let's finish up on this side. This was a piece of the clipped out graphic that we had decided to put on that side, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in. That'll cover up a lot of that blank area. And when we are working on our inserts and flips and our window pockets and things like that on the inside of this book, at some point we may come back and add a butterfly on here or something else. But for right now, we just want to get that piece on so that we can get that piece completed. Alright, and again, I have to look at what's going to clip here. We're actually going to clip off a bit of this, so I'm going to flip it over and kind of measure. I think we're going to lose that, and we're going to lose that, which is fine. We'll get rid of those two pieces. We don't need all that. It'll just make it easier when we're ready to put it on to go ahead and slip it in place. And we'll have to measure that again while that's printing. I'm sorry that I wasn't prepared with that, but again, it just kind of shows you the process of time that it takes to do these things. Okay, so that's going to be pretty, like that. And some people who like printed pages showing, there would be nothing wrong at all with you just inking it up a little bit and putting that down. Me, I really like to just do everything with the pages, so there's that. And see, this page blends with that page. I don't know if you know what I was trying to say about the background page, but that's the background page, and I think I want to use this side right here. So I'm going to come in here like this, and I'm going to go ahead and measure this one and cut it right there. Just go ahead and try to get it right the first time, and then we won't have to sit here and do all this measuring and changing, but this is what we're going to do here. Okay, so I've got it. I'm going to cut it just a little bit inside that line there, and just close to the line with a tiny bit inside of it there. And that's a whole lot quicker than trying to snip and cut and measure. I love my trusty little pencil. Okay, this will lay on here like so. I hope it works out. It looks like it's going to. That's going to work out. And I didn't flip anything on this side. I usually, we usually fold it over. I'm not going to worry about that. We're just going to glue that down. As a matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to glue this flap down right now and get that one out of the way. We're going to glue this flap down and get that one out of the way. So that's out of the way. Then we're going to come in here and do the same thing again we did a while ago. We're going to go down the center and then off these two sides. We won't get too far in with that. Pull it out just for a second, y'all. I'm trying not to be in a hurry. At the same time, I am trying to be in a hurry. It's called wishy-washy. Alright, so that's that. So now we've got that laying down. And we're going to come in now with our glue piece that we need to glue on the pockets. This has already been a fun book to do. I think simply because I just love the blue design. Okay, so now we've got that laying down. Make sure the pockets aren't gluing to the back side. Okay, now let's come in with our tree, get it in place, and we've got that one done. So I think the last couple of pages in this book is just a matter of laying an overlay on top of it. Let's get this in the right position because we've already cut it. That's going to go down real quickly and real easily. I want to get it in the right spot though because I want it right on that edge. Don't want nothing peeking out. Okay, we got the park bench in. Okay, so now we've got our two pockets here and our two pockets here. I'm going to lay this down one more time and press it because it's wanting to peep out on me a little bit. I don't know if it's because I didn't get enough glue down the center or what. But we're going to look one more time. We got it that time. Good press on that. Roll this one back too. Same thing down that center so that we can make sure that divider is done. Okay. And there's our pretty diamond shaped double pockets on these two pages. Beautiful double pockets. And the flowers are blending and matching. Okay? Now we've got the last two pages. Now, what I think I'm going to do with these, got beautiful birds over here on the side. And you can actually see through them. And this here, I may, how thick is the book getting? A couple of pages sticking out too far. And when you see something like this, where the pages are sticking out a little too far, we can go back and trim that. That's not going to be a big issue. I don't know why that happened, because we pretty much measured everything as we went along. But we have got just a couple of pages that are too tall, and I will come back and trim those. But that won't take much. I could do that on my guillotine by folding it back this way. I ain't going to worry about that. The guillotine will take care of that. Alright. I can't decide what I want to do here, so I'm just going to make it simple and go ahead and just pick a couple of designs to go on it. Oh, we haven't got this beautiful fountain, so let's do it. Let's do one with that, and then one with another one of these. I don't like the large roses. It's right on the bench. I may just stencil. Oh, I like that. I might, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Guys, I just want two pockets back here. And, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two designs. They were close. I think, as a matter of fact, these were both cut out of the same page. What I'm going to do here, and we'll do that when we're, doing all the flips and flops and things that I said we're going to do in the book. I'm going to come back. I'm going to stencil some color into these two pages. And then we're going to put these two pockets in on these two pages. So we'll have two pockets in the back. So the only thing that we're actually going to add a page to will be this little back piece here. And I'm going to do the fountain as my very last page. These blues look so pretty side by side. So let's cut this one off. Let me measure this page because this one's a little smaller because this blue attached itself to it when they did the original book. So I've got to dig under here and find, okay, I got to get some of our stuff out of the way. This is the part I don't like to get to. So this is all we need to use here. We need to get rid of everything else that's large pages so that I can see what we are doing. Okay, get them out of the way. give you a little bit of space here so you can see what's happening. We're going to measure this page. Yep, we're going to measure this page, and we're going to cut that one 4.5 by... I'm sure it's 7. I mean, that's the book didn't change in height, okay? But this page, we only want it to be 4.5 wide. So, set my book up out of the way a minute. So 1, 2, 3. We're gonna, this will be 3.5. This will be 4. I'll be safer to cut it this way. To measure by the edge here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and cut 1/4 off this side to start with. And I cut 1/4 off this side. And then we're going to roll her over up here and come in and cut another 1/4 off this side. And I think that puts me at 1.5, if I'm not mistaken. And I have been known to be mistaken, so let's don't get too happy yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1/2. That's what we needed. 4.5. And we're going to bring it all the way to the edge. Check it up here. So it's larger than 7. I don't know how we did that, but it is. So we're going to have to cut some. So that we're not into so much of the design, we'll do the same thing. I'm going to cut 1/4 inch. No, only about 1/8 of an inch off the top. And about 1/8 off the bottom. Okay. There's our 7-inch mark, so we got it here and here. Same thing. Oh yeah, I got her. Let's glue it down. Everybody learned how to glue today, if we didn't learn anything else, right? I'm just kidding. I know all you ladies and gentlemen know how to glue already. As a matter of fact, it's funny because I know that everybody has their own gluing technique. Isn't that? It's really funny how in crafting, you can be doing the same general type thing, but have your own technique about it. And then gluing is no exception. The way you hold your scissors is no exception. The way you cut with your guillotine cutter is no exception. Everybody forms their own methods of doing things. And guys, if everything glues down like it's supposed to on this one, without giving us a little bitty problem, and I can't find one, there we are. Just glue down like it's supposed to and not give us any problem. We are through with the second prep on this book. Now, again, I know you see in these 2 white pages, but remember now, we're going to come in and probably stencil, and we're going to cut this pocket to make fit this side, and this one to fit this side, and we're going to have 2 pockets on this side, on this page. So this will be stenciled, so this will actually, I'm going to actually paper clip these in here to remind myself when we start working on the pockets and things, that those 2 pockets are going there, so I won't use them somewhere else. So, here we are. Let's do a real quick flip through, since we've already run over time, if y'all feel like it. We have a pocket here, and we have a flip out right here with a tab. Okay, I went back and put a Velcro tab on this one. Remember, we did this earlier. So that's that secret writing spot right there. Okay, and even since these ended up being 2 different ones, you could come in even with lined paper or just another piece of plain paper right here so that you don't have that little line gap. But anyway, that's up to you. It's your book. All right, the next one is just a beautiful printed page from the Blue Tranquility Kit. The next one is a pocket page using the Blue Tranquility Candle page. Another one is a frame design that we're going to probably do a pocket of some sort on. This is one of those double pockets with a gate seam. The flower pot and the lantern are just on a page, nothing. Just doing some just minor decorating on that one. Then we come into the blue gingham and the green gingham. We're going to actually do a pocket flip out something there. So this is where we are, okay? And now we've got a side pocket here. We got a pocket here, and this is where, again, where I stained the actual page of the book and kept the quote that was in there, because it says, "Be the change you wish to see in the world," and that's a pocket going to get there with a tag, most likely. Another side pocket. I'm not finding many of my center pockets. I'm trying to look and see if I'm missing. If I have, we're going to put a large journal card in this with a dingle dangle off the edge. Plus, you've got a belly band here. You've got a small pocket here that's going to have a tag in it. We're going to work on another side pocket. I've got to punch the thumb. I just realized we didn't punch the thumb in that one, and I may not because it's going to indent that window. So we'll think about that. Okay, this is another center pocket it's going to have a dingle jangle, and then this has the hidden writing space on the back. I did offline come in and put another piece of paper over that to cover up the white to make it look all blended together. So there's that secret writing space. Another just journal design, another pocket. Okay, and another of the center thing's going to have a card in it. Another side pocket. This thing is full of pockets. Here's that beautiful diamond design we just worked on with all 4 pockets available. I got to get my butt under there and make sure, yeah, I'll get my finger there and make sure it is not sticking. It didn't. This is the page we're going to put the things on, and then the final page has the beautiful water fountain. And I'm seeing a little gap. We'll work on that later. So guys, this is Nana Kay. I'm going to sign off. We are done with the second part of the prep work. So you've just gone through that. The next phase of prep work comes in with prepping the pockets, little pockets we have here, belly bands, different things, elements. That's what we're going to do next. We're going to be prepping all the journal cards, which I have right here that I've already cut. I've cut a ton of journal cards out. So this is our next video. We're going to be prepping tags, cards, and belly bands. Nana Kay signing off. See you again soon. Bye-bye.